What is up, guys? It is your boy CringeKid69 here, coming in with another video. Today we are going to be reacting to YCE Ethan Baguettes. After his most recent performances, I'm expecting a lot from this young, talented, up-and-coming rapper from San Diego. Very icy. Very icy. That must have been a lot of money. Yo! I heard that he is actually on death row. YCE Ethan is on death row because he is a notorious criminal and he has been accused of crimes against humanity. I'm in awe. Now, the interesting thing is, there's no one else there. It seems he's at Petco Park of the San Diego Padres, which means he might have a deal with the San Diego Padres of some sort. So it's good to see that bigger names are starting to take notice. Hold on. Here, it's just, if you can look at the Ethan on the left here, it's interesting to notice how emotionally involved he seems. His actions seem to present the struggle that he has gone through in his life, and he seems to be expressing all of those at once. Now, if you will just watch. He's saying, I'm never going to prison, never going to death row again, because as you can see, he is on death row. So I found that very emotionally touching, that Ethan has gone through those struggles and is vowing to never do it again. He's setting himself on the right path. So it's just good overall to see the success that this young man is setting himself up for. Full of diamonds, yeah. He says that his mouth is full of diamonds, but I do not see any diamonds in his mouth. So maybe that's something interesting that I will have to look into, see if he does in any other videos have any diamonds in his mouth. And that's how I feel. I'm a living rock star, man. That was cool. Hold on. That was a really cool ad-lib where he was like, ice. I'm gonna play it again. Diamonds, yeah, and that's how I feel. That was hard. Ethan is hard. Dude, that ad-lib makes me feel intimidated almost, because I know that Ethan could shoot me at any moment. And the aggressive way that he says ice, as if almost contradicting my belief that he has no diamonds in his teeth, and he is forcibly telling me I do have diamonds in my teeth. Ice. That it does make me feel very intimidated, and I do take back what I have said earlier. A living rock star, man. I feel like it ain't real. All my diamonds at Baguettes. VVS, process. I want to start, so I blew another check. And look at my receipt protect. All of my diamonds at Baguettes. VVS, process. No, something that I liked very much about that scene right here is that it seems that all three Ethans are expressing different sides of him, showing that he has multiple sides, almost evoking some sort of YNW Melly-esque feel. Now, this Ethan is feeling himself, the confident Ethan that we all know, and we all love. The Ethan on that side, he seems to be more quiet and reserved, but still mentally preparing himself, very focused and very just driven, it seems. And that is a lot of the Ethan that we see behind the scenes. Maybe some people that are very close to him personally, like myself. I spend a lot of time with him outside of school. I spend a lot of time with him in the studio and other things like that. That is kind of the Ethan that we all see. And then the Ethan on the right. Now he is sitting there in silence, kind of contemplating, just noticing. And that is kind of the intellectual Ethan that a lot of people see. A lot of people don't see, because at school he's more of the driven, hardworking type. But the intellectual, silent, pensive Ethan. That is what I have heard. He's like on his own, very thoughtful. He notices what's going on around him and he adapts that into his style, and that's the thing that I admire a lot about him, because he can basically he uses that as you can see, he's looking at himself. He's looking at other versions of himself. He's able to self-reflect really well and use that to his advantage. So I thought this was a really well done scene.
Baguettes, VVS, process. I wanna start, so I blew another check. Then I look at my receipt, haters can't tell me shit. Haters can't tell me nothing.
It seems like I heard a word slip out of his mouth. I'm not sure if he said it or not.
Haters can't tell me shit. Haters can't tell me nothing.
It appears that he said, haters can't tell me S-word. N-words can't tell me nothing. Now, unless I'm mistaken, he appears to be white, European American, something of the sort. No melanin, no African roots. So it is interesting. I know that obviously with his background growing up in a hood environment, I guess you could say, maybe the people around him are using that, so he has developed that into his vocabulary. But we'll just have to see. Maybe I'm mistaken, maybe he didn't say that, but that's what it sounded like. And I'm not going to judge until we see his background, because like a lot of people who grew up with the certain kind of hood culture and around a lot of people of color, as I know he did, that could have just been part of his vocabulary from a young time in his life moving forward. So I'll just have to see.
I got some racks on me and I'm still a youngin'. I'm the youngest one.
Again, that word, but kind of half of it, like the first 3 letters appeared to have come out of his mouth. I'm gonna check again.
I got some racks on me and I'm still a youngin'.
I've got some racks on me and I'm still a young NIG. So yeah, that as I have said, it appears to be quite a prevalent part of his vocabulary. So I'm going to have to see what his background is with that word, because again, I know that he has grown up in an environment where that word is used a lot by members of his community, but not in a derogatory way. So I'll just have to see.
I'm the youngest one flexing, I'm the youngest one stunting. And you know it's my track that you shawty be bumping.
My shawty do be bumping his tracks. That is a very true statement. I am very I'm insecure about this, honestly. It's one of my biggest insecurities, and I'm kind of ashamed to admit it, honestly. All my shawties be bumping YCE Ethan. That line, just putting that into the open, that's, again, that center Ethan that we saw, the big, courageous one, where he's not afraid to tell you, he's not afraid to call you out, like, all yo shawty, what did he say?
And you know it's my track that you shawty be bumping.
It's my track that yo shawty be bumping. So that's, again, tying it back to that scene with the 3 Ethans. That was so well done.
Shout out to my gang. Shout out to my clique.
So again, that gang, as I mentioned in an earlier video, we have heard that he is affiliated with MS-13. So possibly MS-13 is what he is referencing here, but I'm not sure.
They know I be young, but I'm making hits.
I be young, but I'm
now
making
I got
hits.
the cheese.
I got the
you don't
cheese.
ball like this. Nah, I don't stay at no motel. Yeah, I stay at the Ritz. I heard all star living large. Yeah, pulling out in foreign cars. You know my game.
Whoa, okay. That reminded me of the foreign cars. That was a sick hit, by the way.
Star living large. Yeah, pulling out in
Yo, that reminds me of his previous video where he mentioned Raris, but he was driving a Maserati. So some people could say he made a mistake in his like lyric to video correlation, but I took it as he has a Rari and a Mazzy. So those are his foreign cars that he pulls out in, and I really like the way that he connects his songs to his other songs like that. I think that's a really good thing that he should keep doing, and if he continues doing this, he will be very successful.
foreign cars. You know my game, me some stars. Shuts down your pull up.
MS-13 are in fact stars. I think he might be referencing the increased coverage that MS-13 has gotten in the media, because like showing up on TV kind of makes you a star, and since the news is on TV and MS-13 has been on the news, his gang, MS-13, are some stars because they're on the TV. I think that's a really good, I mean, kind of wordplay, kind of not, but it was just a really good bar in general, as are many of his others, but I just thought that one really stood out.
They know that I'm getting cash. Now she all up in my pants.
She
Now
is
I
all up
can't
in
do
the
my
pants.
dance. Now they all want a chance.
I want a chance. Shout out Caesar Hoover, fantastically shot and edited video. That was very good. There were so many aspects of that video that I liked, especially his bars connecting to other songs. The three Ethans scene, I thought that was very good. But anyways, I'm gonna leave it there. Make sure to like, subscribe, and do all of that. Until next time, Cringe Kid 69.